Now it is time to listen Dhamma. Today we are going to talk about cankers or influxes and their diminish, how we can eliminate those. Before starting, let us pay homage to Triple Gem, Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namassami. Next, I pay homage to our Bada Bhante ji, Acharya Buddharakita Bhante ji, and I pay homage to our Guru Bhante ji, and I pay homage to Bhante present here, Panasiho Bhante ji, and metta to Venerable Kovido, and metta to all novices, and my metta to all upasikas present here. In one of the suttas, Bhagavan Buddha told, luminous bhikkhus is this mind, but it is defiled by external defilements. Buddha says every mind was initially bright, but external defilements cause it dull. In the round of birth and death, it is called samsara. The mind will observe so many defilements. Those are also called influxes, cankers, sometimes floods. They absorb these defilements, and due to those defilements, one attracts suffering. Otherwise, every mind is bright and happy. But due to these influxes, the external things come in and defile the mind. According to Pali Canon, there are 4 fluxes or cankers. First one is kamasava in Pali, which means influxes of sense desire. You know, what are the sense desires? According to Buddha, not only eye, ear, nose, tongue and body conscious, and one more sense is mind. According to Buddha, there are 6 senses. So, sense desire, wanting, these are all called kamasava. And second one, bhavasava, influxes of desiring eternal existence. One want to live forever, desire for living, eternal. This is bhavasava. And third one is avijjasava, influxes of ignorance, not knowing whether it is dangerous or helpful, it is useful. No, not knowing. This is called avijjasava. Sometimes, usually there are these three are the influxes, but sometimes ditthasava, influence of wrong view also mentioned in some suttas. So there are all 4 influxes. Presence of these influxes make minds impure and also dull, as mentioned earlier, and those attract this suffering. The good news is that these influxes can be eliminated through right practice. Further good news is that if you eliminate one type of influx, say influx of wrong views, you will become sotapanna, means first stage of aryahood. Becoming sotapanna means stream enterer. He may not born eighth birth, which means within 7 lives he will attain the arhantship. If one removes kamasava, that is influxes of sensual desire, he will become anagami. He will never return to this sense world. These are all stages of aryahood in Buddha's dispensation. And second one, that bhavasava, influxes of desiring eternal existence, and avijjasava, influxes of ignorance. If you eliminate these two influxes, you will become arhat, the highest possible thing one can achieve in this life. So, these are all influxes. Why we should eliminate? What are the influxes? Now, let us talk about how to diminish these influxes. In Kala Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya, Bhagavan Buddha told to his disciples, bhikkhus, it is 4 times developed and repeated regularly, they lead to ending of influxes, diminishing and also ending of influxes. 4 times should develop. Means, what are these 4? Kalena Dhamma Savana, time for listening the teaching. The most famous sutta of the Pali Canon is Mahamangala Sutta. This is Dhamma Savana, also mentioned as the one of the auspicious thing. So time we have to cultivate time for listening to the Dhamma, teaching of the Buddha. In the ancient times, there is only one way to listen. Listening is only. There weren't any books at that time. So, teacher or disciple of the teacher, means Buddha or his disciples, if they tell the Dhamma, then only we have to listen. Now we have got some social medias also there, and also we can read suttas in English as well as or Telugu language also there. So, first one is time for listening the teaching. And the second one is Kalena Dhamma Sakacha, time for discussing the teaching. This is also mentioned in the Mangala Sutta, Mahamangala Sutta. After listening, here not mentioned, but one should remember those suttas. What teacher told, one should remember, and one has to contemplate the meaning. After only they can discuss with anyone. That too, one should find the proper person to discuss. Not everyone interested in these kinds of discussions. Moreover, those who are, at least we think they are ahead, we can discuss with those people. Discussing not only clarifies our doubts, but also sometimes teacher will also, they clarify their doubts too. So Bhavan Buddha never told blindly follow like that. Bhavan Buddha always encouraged to discuss. Discussion is the vital part in the Buddha's teaching. One should discuss in the proper time. One should find time to discuss too. And third one, kalena sammasana, means time for grasping, time for serenity. Serenity is, sometimes it is called tranquility, is the concentrated, unshaken, peaceful, and therefore undefiled state of mind. At this stage, our mind is not defiled, at least at that moment. So, this is the undefiled mind actually brings peacefulness. See, defilements actually cause these things. When your defilement of anger enters, then your mind is not pure. Not pure means not in the peace situation. No peace for that mind. This is the power of this serenity. And fourth one, last one is kalena vipassana, time for insight. This is also one kind of meditation. There are actually in samatha, there are 40 plus meditation things are there. I am not going to even name all those 40. But those cause this serenity. One of them is Buddhanusati, and one is Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upeka. There are so many. There are kasinas also there, means some discs. By seeing them also we can enter into that samatha position. But this vipassana is intuitive insight into three characteristics of the life, of anything. These are all called, these are three characteristics. We penetrate into these three characteristics. One is impermanence. We can see, we know, usually we know everything is impermanent, but our behavior is like it is permanent. Oh, always he bothers me, always she, like that. So we think it is an eternal, but in vipassana, in the insight, we see the real nature, that is impermanence, nothing permanent. And second is, this is called Pali anicca. And second is dukkha. Dukkha is, may not be suffering, some unsatisfaction, dissatisfaction is also comes under this category. And third characteristics is impersonality, non-self. By vipassana, we merely not know these words, but we can understand these words by penetrating to the reality. So, of all bodily and mental phenomena has got these characteristics only. So, body and mind has got these characteristics. So, in vipassana, we see all these things. We know reality, not as things they are. We see things as they are, not as they appear. Appearing is one thing, the reality is the another. Bhavan Buddha has given beautiful simile here. When the heavens rain heavily on a mountain top with big droplets, the water flows down along the slope. First, it fills the clefts, gullies and creeks. Then, these become full, they fill up pools. And these pools become full and they fill up lakes, and lakes become full, fill up the streams. These becoming full, fill up the rivers, and these becoming full, fill up the great ocean. Why Bhagavan Buddha told this simile? What is the meaning of this simile? Initially we may think it is raining a little or heavy, but our soil will absorb all its water. But repeatedly, if it rains, these things occur. They flow like small streams, and ultimately they fill up the great ocean. Sometimes we think, oh, this is very insignificant thing I am learning. So it takes a lot of time. Where is the drop of water? Where is the ocean? It takes a lot of time. We may get despair, but one should not get dismayed. That's why Bhagavan Buddha told these things. So drop of rain to mighty mega big ocean, from small form to humongous form. So allocate time, make time, give yourself an opportunity to listen Dhamma. I will tell 2 real life incidents. Our founder, our Bada Bhanteji, has got inspired by just 2 stanzas from Dhammapada. So what will be the effect, you may think? He dedicated his entire life to the dispensation of the Buddha. First 2 stanzas of Dhammapada turned him into the follower of the Buddha. He himself called Buddha Dhasa. And one more example I will give you. In the similar lines, chief patron of our Mahabodhi Buddha Vihara Hyderabad, also his name is Upasaka Anjaneya Reddy Garu. He also inspired with Dhammapada, and he also dedicated his life to the dispensation of the Buddha, Buddha Sasana. So indeed, it is improper, I think it is proper to tell this thing. Today, our Mahabodhi Society in Bengaluru, our headquarters situated in Bengaluru, they presented Acharya Buddharakita Award to this very chief patron, Mahaupasaka Anjaneya Reddy Garu, today itself. So, you need not underestimate the little things. They can turn into the big things. Our entire life may change. So give yourself time to listen Dhamma, discuss Dhamma, and for Samatha meditation and also Vipassana meditation, these if you give yourself time, not only once, repeatedly you give time to yourself and practice, then it leads to diminishing and complete eradication of influxes. So, no excuses. Bhagavan Buddha in one of the suttas told to his disciples about the excuses. You have to find time for it. If you don't say excuses, in that sutta Bhagavan Buddha told, one postponed his practice. Oh, it is very cold, so I will practice later. It is very hot, I cannot practice now, I will practice later. Oh, now it is too early, let me practice later. Now I have got plenty of time. After that, oh, I haven't got any time to practice now, let me practice tomorrow. I am too hungry, then also I cannot practice. I am too full now, I will practice later. So, don't find excuses, find a time. If you find a time, you can eliminate these influxes and you can become an Arya, Arhanta. forever. If you become Arahanta, then you need not do any work, need not any practice. It is called aseka. If you become Arahanta, you need not further practice. You become aseka means. One more thing, Bhavan Buddha has given rain on the top of the mountain to the ocean. The ocean is actually Arahanta. After becoming Arahanta, becoming Nibbana, he become. But the rivers are actually like Arahanta on the path, like this. So streams are there, those are all Anagamis, Sakadagamis. So we have to find time, no excuse. For any life situation, we have to allocate time for those things. Then only we can succeed. So may all of you progress on the path of Dhamma and attain Arahantahood. With this, I conclude my Dhamma talk here. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena sada suthi bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.